Welcome.
What's up, YouTube?
Whoa.
Inception.
You guys are in separate chats in the same 3 square feet.
Are you seeing
Love
double? Are you seeing double or are you seeing double?
Well, that's me.
Wowzers.
So this episode, we're going to get into some deep topics.
We had to take a hiatus. We had to regroup. We had to re-educate ourselves about how to play the game of basketball.
Football. Yeah, episode
you
3,
remember that,
guys.
Jordan?
We've come a long way. Yeah. Is that that's the movie we made?
We had 3 scenes.
Dude, I'm surprised it didn't hit the open market. Start selling some tickets for that thing.
So, pull up the questions.
Anyways, yeah, pull up the questions. What do we
Dude,
got?
episode 3 though. How have we come this far?
Dude, I know. Milestone after milestone.
100
Here we are.
subscribers, 200 subscribers.
They thought
300 subscribers? I mean, give the fans what they want. Third podcast episode.
They thought we'd be done after 1 episode. We said, oh, no. 2 episodes. Boom. 3 episodes. Here we are.
Here we are, baby.
Did you know 90% of podcasts don't make it past 7 episodes?
And we're almost halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Just wait
and
till
then we can be done.
Anymore.
We can be done at 7.
We can be better than 50%.
We could get to 8. Yeah, and then we could be elite. Top 90%? Let's go.
Big number. Jordan, you should really get a ZVE10 camera so that we could have a better quality podcast.
What are you talking about? Dude, my camera is the clearest one out of all of yours.
Dude, it looks like you're recording on a Game Boy.
You guys look like you're recording on a DS. Just a step up, but worse.
All right, give me some questions.
Fire away.
Well, she's got to have goals, first of all.
Yeah, if you were here for episode 1, you'll get that reference.
It's an inside joke for our true subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how many subscribers we got on the Roseland Fam channel?
A lot.
Too many to count.
Good to know.
Mindset and growth. Here we go. If your 10-year-old self saw you today, what would they say to you?
He'd say, nice BMW, man. Nice muscles, man. And I'll be like, thanks, man.
What was it? If my 10-year-old self appeared to me today and talked to me?
Yep. What would they say?
Oh man. They would say something. Man. I don't even know. I gotta think about that one for a minute.
They'd say, why would you sell your Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Not even sell them. Why'd you give them away? Because those things were worth a lot of money. And why'd you stop collecting cards? Because you could have made it big time. And I would have said, listen, 10-year-old self, there's more to life than making the money. And it's not about the money. It's about Kingdom Impact, baby.
Saving the soul. Saving the soul.
For what does it profit a man to gain a few extra $100,000 through cards, but to lose his soul? I don't know. I mean, if I kept collecting, you never know what I would have pulled. I could have pulled major jersey rookie cards, signed memorabilia, one on ones. You never know. I could have gotten crazy.
You could have. Oh yeah, you could have.
I mean,
Yep.
who knows?
I mean,
Who knows?
I got a Barry Bonds rookie card, so take it or leave it. But
Well, I'll leave
I
it.
think it's depending on what eBay listing you look at. It's either $20 or like $20,000. So
You got to get it mint graded, and
I know. I got to get it graded. I don't know how though.
you got to pay.
Nobody wants to. Nobody
No,
wants
you
to
pay
grade it for me.
Yeah, you pay a bunch of money to grade it, and then it's like if it's a bad grade, it's actually a waste of money. But if it's a good grade, then it's a good investment.
Next question.
Yeah. Next question.
That was kind of lame. Who picked that one?
That question wasn't even worth me answering it honestly and accurately.
All right. Let's go to real life and faith category. Pick one, Jerry. Your turn.
My turn to pick a question.
Are we playing Jeopardy here?
Yeah, we're going real life and faith for 500.
Real life and faith. 500.
You made the video go away.
Yeah, Josh isn't even on this video. No,
There he is.
I'm still here.
Entrepreneurship and purpose for 500. Dude, there wasn't any good ones in there.
Dude, my whole mindset was in the other category. Now what do I do?
What does success actually look like to each of us? Someone else go first.
How do I get back? Back, baby.
Success? Go ahead, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you were really about to say something good there.
Success is measured by God.
Win detriment.
Win detriment is twice as bad as win date. That was weak sauce, Jerry. Success is measured by how well you can burp. No. It's about being faithful to Jesus, and that's going to look different for each of us. To some, God calls to do ministry. Some God calls to do entrepreneurship and business. To some, God calls people to be a missionary overseas. To some, God calls them to be a stay-at-home mom or dad. Some, God calls them to be, you name it. And in the eyes of the Lord, what does success look like? It means saying yes and being faithful to Him, which has lots of different outcomes for our each personal journey of our walk with the Lord. So I would say, when I'm thinking from perspective of eternity, what does success look like? It's going to look like whatever Jesus is going to say, well done, good and faithful servant. And that could be different for each of us, because He might be calling so-and-so, He might be calling Jerry to make a business and do that well and lead people to Christ through that. So for him to do something that God didn't call him to do, I wouldn't call that successful.
Let each person live the life to which they were called.
That's right.
Says something somewhere.
Sounds like a Bible verse.
No, it is. It's in the Philippines, I think.
I believe it.
Yep. Yeah, good stuff, guys.
We're both frozen on your screen over there.
Each person, we all can define success on an earthly level, and I think, I can have mapped out in my brain what a successful week might look like, but the Lord might pull me off of some of those things. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's in need, if I have to go do something else that I wasn't planning on doing, then my definition for that week of success will have to change. It'll have to mirror what God's calling me to do, as you guys have already kind of touched on. So, great answer, fellas.
Jerry actually hasn't. Well, no, he had a little Bible verse quote.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Josh on this question. Living the life to which God called you to live and following what God wants you to do. So that he says, good job, well done, once you get up there for Judgment Day. But, yeah, that's an eternal sense, though. But in an earthly sense, there's 3 pillars, they say. It is a calm mind, a fit body, and a house filled with love. They say if you have all 3 of those, then you will not be sad, they say. So,
Interesting.
I think, yeah.
Yep. Let's push back on those 3 pillars a little bit. What were they again?
Calm, which means a calm mind, which means your mind. What? Which means your mind is at peace, which I think is good. A house full of love. That means you have a house filled with people that love you and you love each other, which is one of the greatest commandments of the Bible. And what was the other one? Fit body. Yeah, that one. No, it's just a saying someone said. But I think a fit body makes it easier to have a calm mind, and yeah.
Does clear your mind a little bit when you're working out, when you're what's the word? Exuding energy and putting forth effort that is good for us to do.
Something in it too that just like regulates your balance, your hormones, your energy levels, and all that. It's like sometimes it's harder for people to sleep if they haven't been exercising, or I don't. Dad always says like, "I didn't run today. I'm gonna sleep," and then he goes out and runs 7 miles and he sleeps a little better. I don't know. He's got sleeping problems though, but yeah, I think those aren't bad things to pursue. Some good benefits to them.
Yeah, I don't know who said that.
Yeah. So what do you say to like a person who is towards the end of their life and they can't really exercise, they can't really have a fit body anymore? It's not possible. What do you say to them?
Well,
they already have been successful.
They already had success.
Their days of success are over. All right, Jordan, you fire a question at us. Your turn.
I don't have your fancy list. Where's your list?
Facebook.
Okay. Go find it.
You can also just organically come up with
one.
Yeah,
you can just come up with a question.
I mean, that's my choice of ways to do stuff.
Do you shave your armpits? That was a question at dinner time. Someone said.
What?
Yeah, can you believe it? I can't.
All right, here's a good question. Yeah, so what's been your guys' favorite worship song lately?
Ocean, man.
Oceans?
Yeah,
dude, that's been like That's like 2012,
Like
man.
2020.
Good song, man. You can make like a sermon out of every lyric, every one.
Go make a sermon.
Well, the
Spirit
sermon's
lead me
supposed to
where
come.
my trust is without borders. What does that mean? Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. How does my trust not have borders? You may say. Well, it's really letting down the borders of your trust, and it's
You
getting
can't just
led
say
wherever.
sentences backwards and make them work.
Yeah, it's reversing the algorithm.
Borders is
formation.
without trust.
What do
What
you think it
text?
means?
What
What do you
text
think it
would you
means?
base that sermon off of?
What do you think it means?
The lean not on your own understanding, and
Only ways to knowledge him and he makes stress pass.
and
Spirit lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters.
yeah,
Wherever you would call me. Then
things
how's
get
it
you
go?
on the waters.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Sermon on each.
It's a good song. It's a good song. Better than some songs that have been put out recently. Can't name any of them, but
Quiet.
definitely better.
Quiet was in my recent YouTube video.
It's a good one.
Dude, that YouTube video popping off. How many views? You're probably around 40 now.
Really? Yeah, I got a comment from someone that I don't know, and he was like,
Amen, Lord.
praying hands.
Hallelujah.
Nice.
Bless you, brother.
So
Got another one dropping today.
what's your song, Josh?
I'm thinking about it.
The one that you lead at church?
Morning, morning, great is your faithfulness. No, it's a good one.
Lord.
That's a good one. I listen to that. I listened to Caleb all the way here, so I should have like a favorite out of those. No, but I had a thought. Phil Wickham has like 10 songs that literally you could play the intro and it's like the same exact song. His new one, the King is in the Room, the intro sounds just like two of his other songs.
This is Amazing
This is
Grace.
Amazing. Sounds just like that, and then another one came out a few years after that. But anyways, I digress. I love Phil Wickham, great songs.
Yeah,
but I
puts out some good stuff.
Which one did you say?
I didn't say one yet, but I can pick out when songs sound the same or have the same chord progression. Anyways, King is in the room. It's a good one.
You guys are laggy.
It will all be fine once it like saved.
Yeah, you guys like are lagging on mine too.
Yeah, I'm not lagging on mine. You're not lagging on yours. Jordan's not on his.
Yeah, it just means you're not up. Like it uploads as you go, so like it's just processing all of it.
Yeah, I like that.
Something like that.
The City of Light one. That's like more like a hymn. I like that one.
There's a bunch of those. A few of them.
No, it's the one that's the most popular. How's it go?
Yet not I, but through Christ in me.
Yet not I, but through Christ in me. Yeah, that's my favorite. I don't know if it's actually my favorite right now, but it's a good one.
Yeah, that's one of my faves. That's one of my faves. What's the other one? There's another City of Light one that we've been playing at church too. I can't remember what it's called now, but that's a good one too. Yes, City of Light puts out some good, just modern day hymns, just good lyrics. A little bit more upbeat than some of the older hymns, but rich theology.
Cooking a new song.
Good. Dude, I've got albums of unreleased songs. You guys don't even know.
Dude, you want to be on my next album? I'm trying to feature as many people as possible.
Yeah, man.
Come on. Buddy is on it. Brady's on it.
I'll be on
so
it.
far, you're the only one that actually has a actual recording. But yeah, by the end of the album, we're gonna have features for days.
We can just make a song right now, guys.
Oh, how he loves, baby. Oh, wrong chord.
My 10-year-old self would have probably said anything David Crowder.
Back to the first question.
Yep.
So we're shooting for 30 minutes. Keep these.
30 minutes. That's not short, eh? Yes.
Oh, it's a vodcast.
What's that?
Video cast.
Never even heard of that.
That's
I don't know.
Video.
Anyways,
Next question.
yeah. Next question, Jerry, your turn.
It's my turn.
Move this
Oh, it's
along.
my turn.
Yeah, she does some good.
What has God been teaching you recently?
Ooh.
Jumping into the deep end, guys. Jumping into.
In the deep end
Whoa,
with
Lecrae.
Did you just hear that Jackie and Jerry gave him a strong warning?
I saw the thumbnail. I didn't see it though.
Like,
it was from.
I
You don't even know. I'm just gonna tell you, it wasn't strong.
I'm just gonna tell you, I am not watching that podcast because I am scared.
Lecrae's been warned. He's been warned.
Flip it.
Oh boy. Yeah, at Lecrae. Oh man.
Dude. He's got some good clickbait. Yeah, you got to give it up to it. Whoever does this podcast for those clickbait titles.
And then after like 2 weeks, he changes the title to a little more toned down version.
It's like people might click on it now if it's just this. So
first 2 weeks are the most important for a YouTube video, so they say. Actually, I just made that up right now, but
yeah, I feel like videos could go viral like 10 years later.
Yeah, hit the algorithm at the right point, right time. You just never know.
You just don't know.
You just never know with the YouTube and the social media algorithms, man.
Back to the question.
What's God been teaching you lately?
Lately, basically you gotta learn stuff because there's a lot of stuff that you don't know. And in Proverbs it says that wisdom is supreme. Get understanding at all costs. So he's been teaching me that you never know everything. There's always something to be learned. And you can study the Bible every second of your whole life and you can still learn stuff. So, yeah.
Always learning, always growing. It's good.
Always learning, always growing.
Learn, grow.
Yeah, I think for me, the Lord's been teaching me, I think sometimes I can get just ahead of myself as far as like, missing a moment because I'm already thinking about something else and I have my mind on something else, whether it's a sermon or, a task I have to do during the week. When each day right in front of me are kids that I need to love, a wife I need to love. And so I think over the last few months, really, the Lord's just been showing me, like, do what's right in front of you. Like, love what's right in front of you. Don't worry about what's, going to come up during the week. Just keep doing the next thing. Just keep being faithful in the little things. Because ultimately, being faithful in the little things is being faithful in the big things, too, at the end of the day. So, yep. Josh?
Correlates. Similar, like just the idea of being faithful. I kind of shared this the other day in the ministry chat, but just like there's things that the Lord leads you to do, and maybe you have your own vision or idea of how you think it's going to go, and those visions or those ideas tend to be more external, I would say. Like, you envision a certain amount of people coming, or a very tangible end result of somebody like giving their life to Christ or something. I don't know, like a very external, visible result. And I feel like the Lord's really been just like reminding me in this season, like it's not even about like a result that you can see. Like, do you trust that even when you can't see a tangible result, that I'm still working and that I'm still using your faithfulness to move and to work and to love on people? And I've just had to be reminded that it's everything revolves around like our faith and our trust in Jesus. And that goes to like the little things and the big things, but like yeah, just like, do you trust me even though like I've called you to do this thing, and maybe it's not going how you envisioned it to go, but I'm still moving, I'm still working, I'm still doing something through it, and do you trust that I'm doing that? And those are like that's like the main thing in this season that the Lord's been reminding me and reteaching me. It's easy to get focused on the external, even like numbers, like how many people are showing up to different events and whatnot, and obviously sometimes you do want more people, but you know, if the Lord wants one person there or 3 people there, that's what He wants there, and you just got to trust and show up and be faithful and preach and teach the way that God's called you to do so, and love on the people that are there, because that's who He wants there. So anyways, that's been the big thing for me right now. Be faithful. Nice. Be faithful, right? Be faithful in studying the scriptures. Be faithful in leading. Be faithful in loving on your family. Amazing. Everything can kind of tie back to what has God called you to do, and are you being faithful in that?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. That was a good question. Good answers, guys. Clap it up.
Okay. Now it's your turn. Closing questions? Closing thoughts?
Nah, we could go 40.
We could go.
I found my diet now.
Okay, man, we could. Where did I go? Am I still on there?
Yeah, just...
No, I was talking about on the.
Oh yeah, I think you're still on. It shows a little red circle in your tab up there.
Oh, it's beautiful. Go to worship song. Is that the one you want?
Yeah, Jordan, that's that go-to worship song. You said Oceans. I said City of Light, and Jordan said the other City of Light song. It's a good one.
What is
Yeah, I can't even think of what it is.
What was it?
What is it?
Oh, Christ our hope in life and death. I didn't even hear the question. I remembered the song. Christ our hope in life and death. That's a good one.
You remembered. What's a verse that hit you different recently?
What's a verse that hit you different recently?
A verse?
We've been going through the book of Exodus at church, and John this past Sunday preached on like complaining and grumbling, and he referenced the Philippians 2 passage. or do nothing without grumbling or complaining. And I like to think of myself as somebody who doesn't complain a lot, but having that in my mind throughout the week, I'm like, I, whether in my heart or out loud, actually complain more than I thought I do. And just being reminded of not complaining, just like we were just talking about, being faithful and doing it with a joyful heart. And it's so easy to become negative and just allow the complaining spirit to take over. I need deliverance from the complaining spirit.
Out with you.
It's anyways, that's been the verse for me that hit different. I've heard it plenty of times, but I don't know, it's just been on my mind all week.
Jordan?
Yeah, I don't know if anything's hitting like too different necessarily. Been preaching through Romans, so just finished up Romans chapter 1. I think like just studying it deeper than I ever have. Like just, I think has resonated with me in a different way. Like just the fact that God gives sinners over to their depravity. And that's, I mean, it's kind of a sad and sobering thing. And so just being aware of like, you know, people who have people who are indulging in sin and don't even care. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like they don't have a conscience, you know, that they're not too far beyond redemption, you know, they're not too far beyond the arms of Christ. And, you know, just seeking opportunities to reach people who even seem like they don't care. You know what I mean? Like praying about opportunities to seek just relationships in which you know that person isn't necessarily receptive to the gospel or receptive to Christ, but still, you know, I don't think we should ever stop striving in a way just to reach the lost and to reach those who are very, very worldly, and very, very given over to their sin nature. But yeah, that's just the way, like, it's just been on my mind lately, I guess. Jerry?
Hitting different. What's been hitting different?
I don't know, man. I thought there was a verse in Isaiah.
Isaiah 40:31.
You know,
There's a lot of verses in Isaiah.
If I'm running, if I'm walking, or I'm walking.
maybe that one verse in Proverbs that says, Ecclesiastes, there's a verse. Josh posted a verse similar on his Facebook the other day. But there's a verse in Ecclesiastes that says, better is one handful with tranquility than two handfuls with painful toil and a striving after the wind. So basically, that, like, it doesn't even matter really, like, how hard you work, like it does, but the blessings come from the Lord, and is more important that you're aligned with what the Lord wants than striving after the wind. Because you can't catch the wind, guys. You can't catch it. It's impossible.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's what my YouTube video.
Ecclesiastes is such an interesting book.
Yeah,
There's a lot of wisdom in there, but a lot of like just the reality of what life is, you know, like, and then the end is just like summarizing exactly what we should be doing, you know, fearing God, honoring the commandments and all that, you know. So yeah. Any other thoughts? Any other questions here? Is it my turn for a question?
think so. I'll make it through 2 rounds.
How many podcasts can go through 2 rounds of questions? Not many in this day and age.
You answered the question before you even finished it.
Oh, wait. Was that the question? All right, let's see. Let me think of one off the top of my head.
Off the dome.
Here's one. If you could go back to when you were, let's say, 14. You go back to the age of 14. For Jerry, that's not as long ago as Josh and me. It'd be longest for me. But
you are the oldest.
If you could go to the age of 14 and change one thing about your life, what would it be? Going forward from the age of, again, 14.
I'd invest in Bitcoin. I put everything I earned into Bitcoin. That's what I'd do. Then I'd be good.
Mine's still bumping.
How much did you have at 14?
Probably like 1,000.
Birthday money?
That'd probably be a lot. I'd probably make like 100,000 off that. I invested 1,000 6 years ago. I think, yeah.
One thing I could change at the age of 14.
Or 13, if you want to be cooler.
13? Mark the money.
Maybe even 12.
No, 12. That's too young.
I wish I would have said, I don't like sitting on the bench. I'm done sitting on the bench. And stormed the court.
Ooh, yeah. I wish I would have cared less and played better.
I wish I would have got to play. So I wish I just found a different means to play basketball.
Probably would have cared less about a lot of things.
Could have done swimming. Yep. I don't know if that's my
swimming. What?
Swimming.
Then you could have shaved your armpits.
I would have swim.
You could have shaved your armpits then.
I think I would have been more outspoken in my faith. That's my real answer.
Is that your real answer? I thought the other one was your real answer.
No, swimming was not my real answer.
You gave like 3 fake answers.
Took me a little bit, but I found it. Yeah, like I don't know. I wasn't conforming to the world, but I also wasn't like being a light, if that makes sense. And like I didn't want to stand out, so I would just kind of blend in, but I wouldn't partake necessarily in what my friends were doing. And they like knew I was like the Christian kid, but also like I wasn't doing anything to talk to them about Jesus or have any real conversations. I just would kind of like, if the conversation went to something that I didn't like or didn't think was like godly, I just kind of wouldn't talk or engage in it. Or if there was a joke that I thought was not too bad, I would like laugh kind of. But like I wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like I would change my boldness, but it's not. You live and you learn and you grow, and I think that's something the Lord's grown in me, is learning how to be more bold in my faith and have tougher conversations with people. And But yeah, if I could just be like, yeah, bold, 14, that'd be the thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I think
You asked the question.
Hey, I asked the questions around here. You guys answer them blindly. All right. No, I think for me, like, in a way, like I didn't like we were talking about success earlier. Like, in a way, I almost didn't like people like thinking like in high school and middle school and stuff, like thinking I was gonna like be the best at something or be successful at something, because then more attention is drawn to me. You know what I mean? Like, I remember in like 7th grade, I got like the best test score on like one, and I got like singled out in class, and I was like, I don't really like this. And not that like affected the way, like, I don't know, maybe it did, but like I didn't choose to be bad at school after that or anything. But like I didn't like the feeling of people like thinking I was really good at math, even though like I wasn't really that good at math. I don't know how I got like I think I got 100 and nobody else did. So I got singled out in class. But even like basketball too, like playing basketball in school and stuff. Like I almost never, I don't know, like I wouldn't say I never gave it my all, but I don't think I put in enough effort to like, I don't know. I think I should have played a little bit more, you know, but like I don't think I cared enough. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I cared enough during practice, and so I like kind of just like went through the motions a lot of times. So I think like just in a lot of different ways. I think I don't know. Probably would have embraced running earlier. You know, just been like, okay, I'm decent at this. Let's just do it. But I don't know. Just like, yeah, I don't know. Put more effort into things that I was doing. I think a lot of times I just kind of went through the motions, and it was good enough. Like for school, I passed most of my classes, whatever. Like I I made it through and all that. And in sports, like I did what I was supposed to do, but I felt like I could have probably went way above and way beyond like what the coaches were asking a lot of times. But I just didn't. Um, and even like some of the, I don't know, like just being on like the cross country team and stuff and track, like I don't know, I felt like there were times I could have been more respectful, like just to our like coach and like um you know things like that. And so like those are just some things in high school like I would have changed. um you know, like what kind of witness was I really being if I'm kind of like not not you know, like submitting to our coach, like not doing exactly, you know, and like his training was whack, but like still like what kind of witness was I being, like not listening to him and like kind of doing my own thing sometimes and stuff like that. So like yeah, I think kind of along the lines of what Josh was saying, like everyone knew I was a Christian. Like everyone knew that I, you know, went to youth group and did all this Christian stuff, and I didn't swear and I didn't do all that. But at the end of the day, like I don't know how much of a light I was really being. I feel like I could have done better with that. So that's kind of a long-winded answer to my amazing question that I formed from thin air. No, God gave me that question.
Amen. Amen, brother.
No.
Good. It's good. It's good stuff.
What is one thing?
We're going.
Another question. 3 rounds. Let's go.
Make it through 3 rounds.
What is
That's my
one
bedtime.
feeling
Feeling?
you wish you could remove forever, the rest of your life?
One feeling?
I'll go first. I'd say fear. If I could remove fear from my life, I feel like I would be exponentially more
bold,
impactful.
What about the reverential fear of God that you should have?
Well, not that.
Fear.
All the other
being scared with fear. The fear that makes us slaves again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a YouTube video on fear.
It's a good topic.
But I don't really know what to say yet.
Romans 8:20. Where is it? Romans.
That's why I asked the question.
Abba Father.
1 John.
Abba Father. He's not giving us a spirit of fear so we become slaves again.
Yeah.
So he's given us a spirit, and by him we cry out, Abba Father.
And that's not giving us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind.
That's right.
So where does fear come from? The enemy. The devil.
Perfect love casts out fear.
That's right.
Fear has to do with punishment.
And the one who fears has not been made perfect in love. Whoever says they love God, yet hates his brother or sister. How's that end?
That does not abide in them or something.
Is fear a feeling?
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of the word for it. Emotion? Feeling?
Feeling scared?
But you can feel scared and not be fearful. You can be afraid but not fearful.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm afraid, I'm fearing something. Fearing the future.
See, but here's the thing. If you never felt fear, could you ever actually be courageous?
I think you just always be courageous. All the time. Right?
Yeah, but if you're not feeling the fear and making a decision in the moment of I'm feeling afraid or fearful or scared or whatever you want to say, and then you have to choose, am I going to let the fear win or am I going to choose to be trusting that Jesus has a better plan and purpose for whatever decision I'm afraid of making? And I feel like that's where courage comes in. Be strong and courageous. Trying to think of an answer to the question.
What feeling would not affect you?
That was a joke.
Oh, that was a joke.
I don't know if
that was a joke.
Feeling, but like the feeling of, I guess envy would be the right word. Like, I don't know, it's so easy to like compare your life to other people and be like, oh, must be nice, or oh, wish I had that, or whatever. And it's like, you want to be happy for people, but like envy gets in the way, and it's like, it's sneaky. And I don't know, I feel like I can hear that voice. I'm more aware of that voice in my mind and my heart. And I don't know, I don't like it. And it's like, I just want to be happy for people, and envy gets in the way of that. And it's easy to pretend to be happy for people, but what's really going on in your heart? And are you actually happy for them? And if I could not feel the feeling of envy, and you could argue the same point I did with courageous. Like, well, could you ever actually be happy for them if you never had to choose to be happy for them? But yeah, to answer the question, I would probably say the feeling of like I don't know. The idea of like comparing yourself to other people and whatever. Envy.
Yeah. I think on a similar note, like selfish thoughts, selfishness, I think could be like a feeling of, yeah, like this is, and it might not even be necessarily sinful, you know what I mean? But like, we should always be thinking about others first. We should always really be thinking about, right, which is like completely contrary to what our culture says, right? Where you put yourself first, you're always caring about yourself, right? If you're not caring about yourself, how can you care about others? When, like, if you're really caring about others, that's feeding into your soul as well. Like, so yeah, just like I don't know if that's like a feeling, selfishness. I think it is. But like even something so simple as like for example, say it's Sunday afternoon, I'm like wiped out from just Sunday morning, and Cassie says, let's go to the park with the kids or something. I just want to sit down and watch football or something. And like that would be my selfishness of me just like, I just want to sit down and just watch football, when like in reality, what a good thing to do, to go to a park with our kids like on a Sunday afternoon where they're free, where they can do that. That's just like a simple example, but like I think a lot of little things like that can happen throughout the day, and we can so quickly just be like, I'm going to put myself first here, and before we realize it, we've put ourselves first 10 decisions in a row, and we haven't thought about another person, in 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it is. But
yeah. Proverbs 11:25 says, "Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed," and that's kind of going along what you were saying. Like our culture says, in order to have your cup filled, you need to spend time on yourself and take care of yourself and all this like self-care. And there is a hint of truth in that. Like I do think there is a balance, and like, there is times where Jesus tried to get away and tried to spend time in just like investing in his relationship with God and prioritizing that.
right.
But like our culture takes it to an extreme of like it's all about you, and if you're not happy, how are you going to be able to make anybody else feel happy? Like you need to like figure out yourself before you try to figure out how to bless others. It's like Bible's like, actually it's beneficial for you to learn how to refresh others and to like help others and to serve others, because it actually refreshes you and it actually benefits your soul too. Yeah, it's good. Cool.
Yep. Good stuff.
Good question, Jerry.
Good stuff. I was going to say something else.
Are we going 3 rounds here tonight?
Oh boy. It's going to take a while to get up on the tube.
How do you renew your mind?
Jesus.
How?
How do you be transformed by the renewing of your mind as a practice?
Dying to self, taking up the cross, following Jesus.
This is your spiritual worship, right? So, yeah.
That's how you do it. Jerry's just going rapid fire.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
The fear of the Lord is key. That is what I learned some other day. It said in Isaiah, it was like, the key of David is the fear of the Lord. And then I went into Revelations, and it was like, whoever holds the key of David will hear this, or something like that. And I was like, oh, I just read that in Isaiah. It was the fear of the Lord is the key of David. I was like, wow, that's cool. The Bible's so interconnected between everything. And like, the more you read it, the more you just get all connections. And
You ever see the chart where it shows all the,
Yeah.
it's like a giant rainbow looking thing of all the prophecies within the Bible, and the way the Old Testament references the New Testament, or New Testament references the Old Testament. All different cross references, yeah. Pretty crazy. Cool. Well,
any other Bible unlocks, guys, that you've had recently?
Bible unlocks.
Yeah, that's what I
Unlocks.
Coin that phrase.
No, Johnny Chingers.
Oh, you can't coin that, man. I'm gonna
There's
say
nothing
anytime
new-
somebody else uses it, they owe you a penny.
Nothing new under the sun. Johnny
Tried
Chang.
it all.
I hear his name a lot. Don't know anything about him. So, is he a cool guy? He was like in a gang or something, right?
Yeah, he was in a gang, and then like he wasn't, and then he like lived with his pastor, and then he like read the Bible 25 times. And came on YouTube.
Yep. And he was on some Jubilee episode.
And he was on George Dinko, and then he was on Bryce Crawford.
And he was on Lecrae. Then he made his own stuff. Well, he's probably already making his own stuff. Johnny Chang. Bible unlocks. I'm sure there's something in there. Bible's always unlocking.
Always eating on that.
Bird never returns empty or void.
So,
but, well, should we
no unlocks.
Should we close it out in prayer?
Gordon has an unlock.
You got an unlock?
I got an unlock.
Nice.
Not sharing it with you guys.
He's keeping it a secret for next time.
Yes. Blessed is the one who conceals his lips and does not go out in the courtyard and babble.
There was something in the Proverbs about a wise person.
Made that one up.
No, there is something. I mean, that's not exactly how it goes.
It said,
with many words.
No, it said, even a fool seems wise when he keeps his mouth closed, or something like that.
That's probably one too. But the one I'm thinking of, there is something about, like, there is wisdom in keeping secrets. So I was kind of reading it, I'm like,
Unlock, baby.
Being a trustworthy person. Can people trust you with their stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Best podcast yet.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Round 3. They weren't ready for what was happening. They weren't expecting episode 3.
They were like,
and they got it.
Man, episode 2. Episode 3.
Yo, how was that large ice cap from Tim Hortons?
It was pretty large. It took me an hour to finish.
Pretty large. This was brought to you by.
You know how many calories that is, Muscle Man?
562.
Dude, the more calories you eat, the bigger you get.
Jerry just kept telling me the reason I'm sore is because I haven't eaten enough, so I just been eating all day.
That is not a good thing to do, my friends.
I eat all day, but every time I eat something, like, I'm just eating more, like Jerry told me to.
Yeah, man, your body will absorb it, and then you'll be so more.
Absorb? Dude, I failed the 4th grade spelling bee because of that word.
It digests it. It doesn't absorb it.
It digests the bee.
What Jeremiah doesn't know is that his metabolism is different than yours, Josh. So he might be giving you some bad advice. He might be leading a brother astray. He might be leading you into the middle of oncoming traffic, off of a bridge.
Then we're gonna close you out with a Josiah Queen song. Thank you.
Yours truly.
We've got dust on our Bibles and brand new iPhones and blind leading blind folks, and I'm done with these idle dusty Bibles.
We had 60 minutes and 20 seconds. I think we gotta find a way to wrap this up here.
All right, I think all we have to do is exit it.
No. Are we going to thank the Lord for the opportunity He's given us here today?
Yes, Jeremiah is.
No. Take it away, Jeremiah.
Dear Lord, thank you for this opportunity presented to us to share our thoughts on this video for the whole wide world.
Just happened. If you're still recording.
I'm still recording now.
Mine just stopped recording.
Some